Bonjour, welcome to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. Man, that even threw me for a loop. I didn't even know I was going to say that until I said it. Why did I say bonjour? Well, this is Weekend Family Christmas Special, and it's a French-made series. This is a special from a French-made series that I'd never heard of until yesterday. This is, in fact, I was having a hard time trying to figure out what the original language is supposed to be because it is overdubbed in English. Very, I don't know. I guess I was figuring there's so many like Latin voice, like South American and Central American series on Disney Plus. I thought I was expecting there to be more Latin flair to the characters, and that the American English actors were totally, is this a word, white streaming it? Just sort of totally, I don't know. But no, it's French. There is a character who is Spanish in this, European Spanish, but everybody is speaking English with a few flourishes of French here and there. It is set in Paris. It is very much about a very joined, mixed family, but it all centers around Fred, who I think he's a doctor. Apparently, from the very first scene we see him, he's working on Santa. He's like a chiropractor or something, and he fixes Santa's back, and then he's like, well, how much will it be? Well, he says, it'll be free if you help me out with some presents for my daughters. Like, dude, sorry, get your kids out of the room. Santa isn't real. Even here, even in France, especially in France, probably. It's he somehow, when Santa laughed at him without the ho ho ho, he was confused. But I guess that was the opening zinger before the theme, and then we get to meet the family. And now, since I have not watched the series itself, which is also on Disney Plus, I had no context for anybody. I just knew that going into this, that Fred seemed to be the main character, that he had children, that he apparently had ex-wives, like off the bat. There's just a lot of women running around here. He's the only male in this family. So he has 3 daughters that might be from at least 2 different women that he's not in a relationship with, and one of the women might be in a lesbian relationship now, and they're the parents of 1 or 2 of the girls, and the other one is a parent of one of the girls, and at one point I thought there were 4 daughters. Now, he was being he said something really harsh about they were having dinner, they were making their plans for Christmas, and they're very ecologically minded about recycling and carbon footprint and all that stuff, and just really into it. It's almost funny, but and I think it becomes somewhat of a talking point, but also a recurring joke at times. Not that it's a joke, but, you want to be ecologically sound, and you want to take care of the planet. That's what we all want. We want a planet that we can all live on. But it was kind of silly. One of the oldest daughter, she's very much the rebel and the troublemaker in a sense. Although the littlest one is probably the most problematic. Let's just say. Anyway, one of the women girls that was sitting at the table with him, he says that her idea is dumb, and she runs off crying into the room, and he goes in to console her, and I thought for sure this is like his oldest daughter. Fred is bald, so his age could be anything, and there's a joke about that later on in the thing, but I thought he was consoling his oldest daughter, who might have been in college. I don't know. Well, it turns out it was his girlfriend, and she's much younger than him. And yeah, so that when they started kissing, it really, really weirded me out at first. I was like, oh, okay, not his daughter. Yeah, that's not a kiss you give your daughter, even in France. I'm sorry. Even there was no French kissing, but there were French kissing in this show. So, yeah. Anyway, in order to console her, because she's away from her family who live in Canada, Quebec, I think, he's like, you know what? I'm going to send you on a flight to Quebec to spend Christmas with your family. You haven't seen them in so long. Go. She's like, oh, crazy idea. Why don't you come with me? Bring the girls. The girls aren't even sure they don't think they want to go. The girls just know they want to spend Christmas together as sisters. Their moms get brought in by Fred to discuss this, hoping that they're going to help pay for half of the costs of the last minute plane tickets on the other side of the world. Nobody's in on this. Nobody's in for this. And so therein creates the farcical craziness. Fred has I think his brother, he has a very, I don't know, problematic, kind of a loose cannon kind of brother, does his own thing. Yeah. It is a comedy, by the way. It is very much a comedy. It is not a drama. It's actually pretty well done, and it has some pretty good pacing and some really good setups to some of the jokes. But yeah, I didn't know what to expect from this at all. I just knew it was going to be a Christmas special, and what do you do with Christmas specials? Well, you figure out the true meaning of Christmas, and you do that with your family. And that is kind of something that happens in this. So I don't know if they go deep bench with, their supporting cast or anything else. Like, girls probably have friends, and then the relationships with the moms and all of this stuff. This is very much Christmas-centric, Fred and girlfriend-centric, and family, of course. And then helping others and stuff like that, doing something different that they weren't expecting to change things. So yeah, I don't know. It was entertaining. Always the overdubs tend to be a little bit zealous in their delivery. It's a little off-putting, but yeah, if you're French and you want to switch the language up, I'm sure that you can get the original language, not dubbed version of this, and appreciate it even more, especially if you're from France and maybe you grew up with this show. I don't know when this show was originally on. Oh, it's a 2022 show, so it's not really that old. Okay. And it's really hard to get more information about this because it's in France, and I think the original title is Week-End Family. Here, they put it together, Weekend, because English, American use the mashed together term. Yeah, anyway, it was entertaining. I don't know if it's the kind of thing I would have ever picked on my own, especially without having any context for any of the characters. I would appreciate it more if I'd seen the show first. So that's going to eventually come up randomly at some point in this. And speaking of which, let's pick tomorrow's episode at random.
329.
329. What do we got? 329. Come on. Oh, so close to another short. And by the way, yeah, this is from 2022. It's 46 minutes long. This was under my shorts and specials. Shorts and specials. So I deceived myself in this. 46 minutes is longer than the average episode of the Weekend Family series, which is like 30-some minutes long. So yeah, I kind of messed things up with that. So it wasn't a short, it is a 46-minute special. So like a double-sized episode, but if there were commercials in it, it would be a full hour. Anyway, this is a show that it's Disney Plus original, I think, and it's a movie. Maybe it says it's a movie. I thought it was a series, but we'll find out soon enough when we watch Secret Society of Second Born Royals. Yeah, it says it's a movie. The green indicates movie. Secret Society of Second-Born Royals on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.